Good morning everyone, it's Mark Wiens with Migrationology.com in Thimphu, Bhutan. We are getting kind of a late start on the day, stayed home to do some video editing this morning, and we are walking down to Thimphu city center for lunch. We are going to a hotel, I believe, and then after that we have a few activities to do this afternoon, especially a local paper making factory. So stay tuned for another day in Thimphu. For lunch today, we are at the Osel Hotel. They have a menu, a pretty well-rounded menu, some Indian dishes, some Bhutanese dishes, some Western dishes as well. We ordered the chicken sandwich and then also got some Indian dishes. Before lunch though, Americano time.
Bread, croissants, muffins.
This is the crispy fried chicken sandwich, and there are like 2 layers of crispy chicken. I see some tomatoes and some mayo in there. This is quite a thick sandwich, but I think I can press it down a little bit to get a full bite.
Oh yeah, that chicken is really crispy, but inside it's still nice and moist. Oh, that's good.
And along with the chicken sandwich, also have fries, and these are triple fried, so they look really crispy, and I also like how they keep on the skin of the potato. Actually, yeah, the texture of the fries is really good, because the outer edge is crispy, but then the inside it's not dry, but still like moist.
This one is butter chicken.
I'll set some of the butter chicken onto my plate. And then also, this is dal bukhara. And these are, I think, black lentils, very thick and like a gravy. But this is one of the ultimate versions of all lentils. And then also, this is chili paneer. So paneer is the cheese, and then there are bell peppers in here, onions, and tomatoes. Scoop some onto my plate. Okay, to scoop up all of these dishes, we have a basket full of roti, and I'll grab one of these. Let me just tear off a piece of the roti, and I gotta start with that dal. Actually, I will form the roti into a little scooper. Yeah, that's good. It is tomatoey and maybe just a little bit of a chili flavor. The lentils still have a little bit of a crispness to them. That's a really good, flavorful sauce though. Okay, let me try to break into that butter chicken now. Oh yeah. It is rich and a little bit oily. And then the chicken, I think is it tandoori chicken in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's made with tandoori chicken. You can taste the grill or the like roasted flavor of the chicken underneath that sauce. You can immediately taste that like kind of smoky flavor on that paneer. And then the bell peppers are sweet. And then the sauce is just a tiny bit sweet, not just a very tiny bit sweet, and a little bit sour. That was a good lunch. We are full. I think we're gonna walk around the hotel for a little bit, and after that we're supposed to go to a paper making factory, which is a little bit outside of town, so we're gonna catch a cab there. We just jumped in a taxi. We are on our way to the paper making factory, which should just be a little short taxi ride. The ride only took about 5 minutes, but this is across the river from the main part of Thimphu, and there's a nice view of Thimphu actually. And the paper factory, which is supposed to be a handmade paper factory, is right up this staircase.
I don't even think this is a real tourist attraction, but you can just come here to just see them making paper as they make paper. And so they do have a gift shop here as well, but we're just gonna walk around the factory here and try to kind of figure out how they make paper. And it's pretty fascinating to see them in just this little kind of very small little warehouse. They are producing paper, really good quality paper, all the way from start to finish. And I'm not sure if I could follow the entire process, but it looks like the first step is where they are burning and boiling bark, and then they might mix it with some recycled paper as well. It gets boiled, and then after that they kind of sift it through in that water process until they have sheets. Then they lay out the sheets, and then after that the sheets of paper are dried on a like upright vertical steamer, and then after that the fresh paper comes out and piping hot and fresh paper. But really cool to see the whole process all under one roof right there. And it's actually also a really beautiful location with the view of Thimphu in the back as well. That was well worth a stop, and even though I didn't exactly know the whole process, it was really interesting to see. We're gonna walk down towards Thimphu now, and I'm hoping there is a bridge to cross over the river back to Thimphu on this side, so we're gonna try to find that and head back to Thimphu now. And something I love about Thimphu is that they have all these footpath shortcuts. So I think, but you never know, especially if you're just visiting, you never know if you're taking the correct path. But I think this should be a shortcut because I can see the bridge right up ahead. So we are heading, hopefully, in the right direction. We're crossing back over into the main part of Thimphu. It's just a really, really nice day today though. Loving the weather and the scenery, the sun shining through the clouds. And for dinner tonight, we just walked over to a restaurant called San Maru, and I think this might be one of the only Korean restaurants in Thimphu. Since that walk over here was kind of cold, I am standing next to this Korean, it's like a hot air AC. It's just blasting hot air out, and that feels wonderful. I've been to quite a few Korean restaurants in quite a few different countries, and something I always love about Korean restaurants is that they always like make you feel like you are in Korea. So even like the heater is from Korea, the grills are from Korea. I love how makes you feel so at home, like you are in Korea.
X2, after some time it just shrink, I mean.
Okay.
I think now it's a bit.
Oh wow, thank you.
This one is for the, like a starter,
Okay.
vegetarian kimbap.
Kimbap. They just brought out a bunch of food for us and just kind of a set menu, which all looks incredibly good. And one of the dishes that they brought out is bibimbap, which is dolsat bibimbap, which is the mixed rice in a hot stone pot or bowl. And what you gotta do is really gotta mix this up before it burns. And I wish you guys could all smell this because it smells incredibly good. You can smell, look at all those sesame seeds on top. And then, I love how they included a lot of vegetables in here. There is rice on the bottom, carrots, kimchi, that looks like daikon kimchi, mushrooms, spinach, and then onions, and then that egg. And I can't resist but take a bite immediately. Let me break off a piece of that egg, and with that rice. Oh man, that smells ridiculously good. Oh, that's really good. And this is such a good environment to eat Korean food because it's so hot and so warming. And that rice is crispy on the bottom, and it's really fragrant with sesame seeds. And another thing I love about Korean restaurants or Korean food are the spoons with the long handles and the metal chopsticks as well. We are not having barbecue, but they did bring out some meat in the hot stone pots. I'm gonna grab a piece of lettuce. This one is the bulgogi, which is beef. And again, it smells incredibly good, and you can see all those sesame seeds. Maybe some onions in here. And I'm gonna load up my piece of lettuce. Let me add some chilies to that. Okay, that should be perfect. And then wrap this up. That beef is impressively tender. And then, yeah, that taste of soy sauce and sesame oil and shiitake mushrooms in there and onions. Oh, that's unbelievably good. And she also brought us out a plate of gimbap, which is Korean sushi roll. And I think there might be some egg in here, some carrots, maybe some spinach, just a little dip. Oh yeah. Again, those sesame seeds. That's good Korean rice. The vegetables in there are crisp. There's some cucumber in there as well. This one is egg made in the earthenware pot. And when they brought it out, it was just bubbling away. Now it has settled a little bit. And again, look at all those sesame seeds. It's like a Korean quiche. That's a pretty hot bite. But wow. Oh, that's so fluffy. It almost tastes like a steamed omelet. Oh. Spicy pork, and also cooked the same way in the earthenware pot. For this one, I think I'll just put it onto my rice. Oh, that smells so good. Yeah, you can smell that chili aroma. That pork is so tender, just like the beef, but it definitely has a completely different flavor. It's more of the dry chili flavor instead of a soy sauce flavor. That almost tastes like bacon. That was a very successful Korean meal in Bhutan. Really, really good food. And a nice Korean restaurant. And also, yeah, I mentioned before, but I love Korean restaurants that no matter where you are in the world, it actually feels like you are in Korea. That's something that is great about Korean restaurants. So I'm gonna end the vlog for today here. See you tomorrow. Stay tuned for another day in Bhutan.